Among the ancient civilizations, the one we have the most extensive knowledge about is undoubtedly ancient Egypt. Dozens of temples, thousands of statues displayed in museums, and tens of thousands of papyri recording everything from recipes to trade agreements provide us with an incredible insight into their daily lives. Yet, despite what mainstream history might claim, the mysteries of ancient Egypt remain far from being fully unraveled. And among all these enigmas, there are two structures that stand out. Two monuments so shrouded in mystery that we don't even have a shred of solid evidence about their true origins. One of them is the Great Pyramid of Giza, and the other, standing in majestic silence as its eternal guardian, is the Great Sphinx. Throughout history, the Sphinx has captivated pharaohs, scholars, and historians alike, inspiring countless theories. However, it is only in recent years, with the advent of advanced technology, that we have begun to scratch the surface of its secrets. But as we uncover more, the enigma only deepens. Let's embark on a journey to uncover the truths hidden beneath the sands of time. Historians and Egyptologists have long struggled with two of Egypt's greatest mysteries, the Great Pyramid and the Sphinx. The reason is simple. There exists no scientifically or historically consistent evidence regarding who built them, how they were constructed, or for what purpose. Mainstream historians often present an air of certainty, insisting that these structures were built by the pharaohs of the Fourth Dynasty. But these claims fall apart upon closer scrutiny. According to conventional history, the Sphinx was built by Pharaoh Chefren during the Fourth Dynasty between 2700 and 2500 BCE, while the Great Pyramid was supposedly constructed by his grandfather, Pharaoh Khufu, Cheops, as a tomb. But these claims are hardly definitive. In fact, any suggestion that the Sphinx might be older, or that there could be a different truth behind its construction, is often met with fierce opposition. Scholars dismiss such ideas by rigidly asserting that human civilization only began around 4000 BCE with the Sumerians, and any deviation from this timeline is swiftly shut down. This dogmatic approach to history has long been imposed on society, until the discovery of Göbekli Tepe changed everything. With the excavation of Göbekli Tepe, it became evident that human civilization is far older than the 6,000-year narrative we were led to believe. Discovered in 1995, Göbekli Tepe proved that complex societies existed long before the Sumerians, and yet, despite this groundbreaking revelation, many school textbooks still cling to outdated historical timelines. Unfortunately, while science itself is an unyielding pursuit of truth, many of its practitioners remain stubbornly entrenched in their egos, resisting ideas that challenge established paradigms. But let us set aside rigid doctrines and examine the Sphinx through an open-minded lens, guided by interdisciplinary research and alternative historical perspectives. The only direct clue we have about the Sphinx's origins lies in the granite, stalely positioned between its massive paws. Although this stone has suffered considerable damage, the remaining inscriptions suggest an intriguing connection between Khafra and the Sphinx. The legend inscribed on the stele tells the story of a young prince who, while resting beneath the shade of a tree, dreams of a magnificent lion-like creature. In his vision, this colossal being promises him dominion over all that its radiant eyes can see. On one condition, the prince must free it from the sands that entomb it. This is a crucial detail. The story suggests that the Sphinx was not built by Khafre, but rather uncovered by him. Now, let's apply logic. We are talking about a civilization renowned for its meticulous record-keeping. They documented everything, from taxation to grain storage. Yet they somehow failed to mention the construction of one of their most iconic monuments. Instead, it was buried beneath the sand, forgotten for centuries, despite being located in the very heart of their civilization. Anyone with basic reasoning skills would recognize that the Sphinx must have been built long before the rise of ancient Egypt, lost to time, and swallowed by the desert sands. And yet mainstream historians ignored this glaring contradiction. Khafre, inspired by his dream, excavated the Sphinx and, against all odds, ascended to the throne despite not being the rightful heir. Centuries later, as Egypt's civilization declined, the sands once again reclaimed the great guardian, leaving only its head visible above the surface. For generations, the Sphinx's eerie visage loomed over the landscape, inspiring fear and reverence among later cultures. Some Islamic scholars even interpreted it as a demonic guardian of the underworld, inciting mobs to deface it. This may explain why the Sphinx's nose and other facial features were intentionally destroyed. In the 1930s, modern archaeologists resumed excavations, finally freeing the Sphinx from its sandy tomb. Yet despite decades of study, its origins remained unresolved. Since the surviving inscriptions mentioned Khafre, historians hastily attributed the monument to him without deeper investigation. Ironically, it was not Egyptologists, but geologists, biologists, and even a psychic who would shed new light on the Sphinx's mysteries. Geologists conducting independent studies noticed an unusual pattern of erosion on the Sphinx's body, one that was unmistakably caused by water. But this posed a serious problem. The region had not experienced significant rainfall for thousands of years. Further analysis revealed that not only the Sphinx but also the surrounding geological layers bore the same telltale marks of extreme water erosion. This led to two shocking possibilities. Either the Sphinx was built during a time when the Sahara was lush and green, around 30,000 to 13,000 BCE, or it was affected by a massive flood, possibly the event known as the Great Flood, dated to around 10,000, 12,000 BCE. Supporting this theory, biologists collaborating with archaeologists found structural inconsistencies in the Sphinx's design. Its head is disproportionately small compared to its body, and tool marks on its face do not match those found on the rest of the structure. This suggests that Khafre may have recarved the original lion's head into his own likeness, altering an already ancient monument. Further strengthening this hypothesis is the Sphinx's astronomical alignment. Ancient Egyptians were deeply attuned to celestial movements, as evident from the arrangement of their temples and monuments. Many structures were aligned with the constellations of their respective zodiac ages. The Sphinx, in particular, faces the exact point where the constellation of Leo rose around 10,500 BCE, perfectly aligning with the pyramids, which mirror the stars of Orion's belt from the same era. The implications are staggering. If the Sphinx's construction aligns with the age of Leo, then its origins trace back over 12,000 years to a forgotten era of human civilization. And then there's the prophecy. One of the most intriguing figures to speak about the Sphinx was the mystic Edgar Cayce. Known as the Sleeping Prophet, Cayce made astonishingly accurate predictions while in a trance state. During one of his sessions, he claimed that beneath the Sphinx's right paw lies a hidden chamber, the Hall of Records, containing the lost knowledge of an ancient civilization. Decades later, ground-penetrating radar scans did indeed reveal the presence of underground chambers and passageways beneath the Sphinx. But just like the recently discovered hidden chambers in the Great Pyramid, authorities have prohibited further exploration, citing concerns about damaging historical artifacts. Whether Cayce's prophecy is true or not, the reality remains. The Sphinx still guards its secrets. With future advancements in technology, perhaps one day we will finally unlock the hidden history buried beneath its paws. Egypt, with its vast deserts and buried wonders, still holds countless secrets waiting to be uncovered. And as history has shown us, the deeper we dig, the more our past surprises us. If you enjoy unraveling these ancient mysteries, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the unknown.